McKelty has not been very happy the last several weeks, obviously, and has been spending time consuming media, watching videos connected to her family, which is probably not the healthiest choice for someone going through what she's going through. And she has been upset at the media, tabloids, me, whoever, for reporting on what happened to her brother, Garrison. Now, my hope is that McKelty can find some time for herself and get some therapy and take care of herself.
Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing fantastic wherever you are in the world. Happy Monday. It was a very busy weekend in Without a Crystal Ball's world, with her posting to dirty deleting and also postings about her. I will leave a link in the description box of a video done by Nini Marie, who did a FOIA request for police reports on Without a Crystal Ball, and she received 23 reports, and my goodness, Without a Crystal Ball seems to be the neighbor from hell. But in today's video, I'll be discussing and showing you how she is standing firm about reporting on the loss of Janelle and Kody's son, and continues to use his name and likeness in every video. And she is also going after another creator who has taken a stand against her and called her out on a lack of morals. So let's get into it. My usual disclaimer, please do not take what I say as fact. Feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusions. It has been over 6 weeks since we found out about the tragic loss of Kody and Janelle's son Garrison. To date, Without a Crystal Ball has made 37 videos and accumulated nearly 5 million views and counting on these 37 alone. In my last video, I explained that rumors were circulating that the Browns are going to serve her with the cease and desist, yet she was radio silent until 2 days later, and in my opinion, after she convinced a reporter from another magazine outlet to report on the last text messages from Garrison Brown to his mum. She then immediately made a post about how In Touch magazine has done an article also exposing Garrison's last text, insinuating that she's been targeted and playing the victim, and that so many other bloggers are doing the same thing she is doing, which is false. Then she proceeded to make a video which in my opinion was very condescending, and all she was doing is moving the goalpost. She played it safe this time and said that she doesn't think Kody will sue her.
Now recently, there's been some buzz on YouTube that Cody Brown is going to sue me. Yes, there's some kind of creator out there that claims that Cody Brown is going to send me a cease and desist, and it's coming this week, and I am going to be sued, apparently, either from Cody or from McKelty or from someone. This is actually false. Now, is Cody going to sue me? I don't think so.
Because he lost a lawsuit against the state of Utah. Then she goes over the lawsuits and goes into how polygamy is a felony and it is a crime against humanity according to the United Nations, which is absolutely false. In the description box, you will find a link to a section from the United Nations website showing what is considered to be crimes against humanity, and polygamy is not listed. What she did in her response video in regard to being sent a cease and desist is exactly what she accuses Jim Bob of doing, and that is deflecting from why the Browns may be sending her a cease and desist. Rather, as I said, she moved the goalpost and put all the focus on Cody Brown, what he's about, what he's doing illegally, what she feels he is doing wrong, accusing him of all these alleged crimes. When Tuff Topic made the announcement, she stated, and I quote, "I have already spoken to the Brown family and the cease and desist is on the way," end quote. She did not specify which Brown, and clearly McKelty and Kody are not the only Browns. So why she specifically went after them? Probably one, McKelty is the one that always calls her out. She couldn't accept when McKelty called her evil, and also has called her out for sharing those sensitive texts and images. And as for Kody, it's no surprise that she can't stand the man. And number two, Without a Crystal Ball is not one that likes to be told when she is wrong. She feels that she can do anything, she's invincible, and that she knows it all. But everything is always about her. Me, I. You know what I think about when you say I, Katie Joy? Impulsive, irresponsible, insensitive, immoral, immature, incapable, indecent, imprudent, and most of all, you come across as very insecure. Over a month now, myself and other creators have been calling her out for using the family's tragedy for monetary gain and followers. She was reckless from the beginning with the story, trying to analyze the situation and making false statements about what was happening without solid information. From the get-go, she blamed Cody and Janelle for their son taking his own life, leaning on her own understandings of what she thought could have been going through his mind because of what the mother said at the time, and she kept running with it. Maybe the family knows more, but we the public may never know why he did what he did, and it is absolutely not our business and very irresponsible and insensitive and wrong for without a crystal ball to be playing the blame game. And let me mention, she made a video saying that she doesn't think Cody will sue her. She never mentioned Tuff Topic's name. She just said certain creator. She has nothing to intimidate Tuff Topic with, in my opinion. She has no reason or grounds to threaten Tuff Topic by saying, "You will hear from my lawyers." Or she didn't mention it because people will be curious and go and check out Tuff Topic to see what is up. And she can't have that because her followers will probably leave her, and when they do go over and see Tuff Topic and how she reports, they may find her more appealing. She herself is highly intimidated by Tuff Topic. Tuff Topic doesn't sensationalize shit, and she doesn't fabricate shit, or at least that I have seen. If any of you do want to engage in light-hearted commentary about sister wives with no hatred, go check her out. I will leave a link to her channel in the description box. Now, as I've mentioned to you in the beginning, she went after another YouTube content creator. His channel name is My Take on Reality, and he made a video discussing without a crystal ball, without even mentioning her name. He asked her to leave Janelle alone, and his video was absolutely spot on. I have listed his channel down in the description box, so you can watch his video in its entirety, and maybe you like him and you would subscribe. Obviously, without a crystal ball got wind of his video, and she posted, "Thank you for your comments. In the video I watched, Janelle was blamed when it was asserted. Janelle grew up in a culture where you don't contact the police, you don't seek counseling, and because her involvement in the cult, she didn't feel comfortable going over to a man's house, including her son's home, to check on him." I'm not ganging up on any content creator, but just as I would react to Cody or Robin for misdeeds, I will call out other YouTubers if I feel they've overstepped the line. To which Katie Joy says, "Janelle wasn't blamed. These are facts about the AUB and do not place her responsible for Garrison's death." She then goes on to post, "James, do not damage my brand by falsely claiming in quotes that I said these words. I am getting harassed non-stop because of your video screaming and yelling about a false allegation that I blamed Janelle Brown." First of all, Katie, it is not because of James's video that you feel you are being harassed. From the get-go, a lot of people were not happy the way you were reporting and exploiting the loss of Garrison. And you refused to listen to your viewers because this is what was bringing you in the views and making you money. So because you can't take accountability, you would rather go after somebody else and put them in harm's way and push your flying monkeys on them so you can play the victim once again. And no one stands in the way of you making money, as we have learned about you. You kept reporting, and if you were not limiting the comments, you had the comments turned off, or even not respond to comments at all on your videos. So let's stop blaming James for your fuck-ups. Your subs and others have been begging and pleading with you to leave this family alone during this time of their grief, and all you have done is accuse them of being supporters or being blinded and ignorant, supporting a trafficker and buying into the propaganda. You are taking my words completely out of context, and I never once said that she was to blame. You didn't? So why would you even mention stuff like this?
That she was worried about him, that he was a lot more angry and just not as happy-go-lucky as he used to be. And so it sounds like between that time when it was filmed in 2022 to what occurred is that she didn't get him help. Although, I mean, any parent of a child, even if it's an adult, can help encourage a child to seek help. She's very angry right now. She's not a crier or an emotional person. It takes a lot to get her to break. So I think right now she's going to go, what the heck happened? How did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? And they're not getting paid, by the way. Garrison was not paid by Kody or his mom for being on the show. Garrison did not have a good relationship with his dad or with Robin. He might have wanted his family to be happy. Perhaps if he would have gotten help and had resources, this could have been prevented. It's just tragic that, they couldn't have figured this out before this happened. I think he probably would have preferred to be here than to be gone. Like a day before this all happened, she was shared on Instagram that she had her skin checked out. So she just happened to be in town at the same time that he decided to take his life. She comes into town and he ends his life, and then she goes back to North Carolina. You know what I've noticed in a lot of the tributes from some of the kids, and even from Janelle and Kody, is the lack of I love yous.
Everything I stated about the culture is factual. They are told that law enforcement are Satan's agents. So they do not handle emergencies with law enforcement, even with the fact it does not place blame on Janelle. Where was this energy from the beginning? Since your video, my comments and channel have been spammed with harassment that is damaging my business. That is bullshit once again, Kody Joy. His video is damaging your business. You're doing that all on your own. You have also stated that AUB is not a cult. It is a dangerous cult that traffics women and children, which fully explains the fear that people live in every day. Who is trafficking? What has been trafficked? They are told daily that it would be better to die than to leave the church. The cult has a paramilitary militia that is prepared to blow up canyons and roadways to stop the federal government. And all you are doing, and the best you are doing from where I sit, is making money off these claims. And as per the video, my response video that you made, you stated that they do exist. Yet now you're saying they do exist.
A cult that has a militia, or a known militia in the past, that was preparing to fight against the government. Illegal paramilitary organizations like what the AUB had are illegal. It is illegal for any private group to serve in a military capacity or in law enforcement roles outside of state authority. So if they're patrolling their property with guns, that's actually illegal. If they are going to blow up the roads so that they can save the world from the federal government, that's illegal. It is not legal to have a paramilitary organization. And the AUB had one. They might still have one.
So which is it? Do they exist or don't they exist? You are defending a white supremacist cult that believes that all people of color are cursed and should be eradicated to overpopulation of white children. That right there. Wow. At first I was speechless. But is she accusing a black man of supporting, as she said, a white supremacist cult? Are you kidding me? Then it also shows me the level of desperation Kody Joy is at to try and get the heat off of her. Someone, as in Kody Joy, that has been insensitive on the kind of information she chose to put on her platform without thinking of the family. You're claiming that I'm blaming a woman that is a victim of trafficking into a cult for purpose of making babies? No, Kody Joy. He's saying that you're blaming Janelle, which we all have encountered, for the loss of her son. I take that statement as not only is Kody Joy trying to humiliate and drag James, but also insulting Janelle and insinuating that Janelle was trafficked and that all she was good for is making babies. You are absolutely disgusting, Kody Joy. An absolute disgrace, in my opinion, to the human race. Talk about backpedaling. Indoctrination is a fact. That is not blame. Indoctrination? Let's talk about what indoctrination is and what you do to your staunch followers that do exactly what you are doing to James. In my opinion, that hang on your every word without doing their own research, that believes what everything that comes out of your mouth is true because you said so. You're the one that claims to have all these sources who give you false information, and you just report on those stories without validating it. The one who claims to be a journalist with no credentials and who is just a YouTuber exactly the same as James, many more subs. who are haters of the show, and you validate that hatred for them, in my opinion. And you, Kody, who claims to care about these women when it suits you. Janelle Brown did not do anything to cause Garrison's death on March 4th, 2024. Again, where was this energy? Where has these statements been from the beginning? Before you clickbaited your video example of how Janelle fled Flagstaff. And there are countless other clickbait titles for videos. Do the right thing and retract your comments and stop damaging my work with your false claims. Or what, Kody Joy? Are you going to try and intimidate him by saying he's going to hear from your attorney? What false claims did he make? Be specific. How about you stop exploiting this young man's death for your own financial gain? How about you have the decency to take down those videos with the last text messages between him and his mum? How about you also take down the body cam footage of how devastated his brother was when he was being questioned by authorities after finding his deceased brother? How about respecting the family? Sweep your own doorstep first. She then goes on and says, I speak to former members of this cult every day. When I tell you that I have current information about the cult, I know exactly what is going on. Clearly, you do not know what's going on, like I said from the get-go, where you were speculating as to what, who, when, where, and how. You reported that Gabe went to fetch Kody, and that was absolutely false because you were the one that actually made a post on how one of the officer's girlfriends actually sent you a message to tell you that Kody was never ever on the scene, and that gave you another boost to shut Kody down. That just proves how you're so impulsive and you just want people to think that you are the expert, that you know everything. Obviously you don't. And how come you only found out after the fact of when he was laid to rest? The same time everybody else found out. And you claim to be the expert, to know everything? Because all these people don't really speak to many people. And this Brown family, each and every one has blocked you. That you have to use a sock account to gain access to either their Instagram, their Patreon, and other social media platforms. And McCarthy called you out about that. One of my closest contacts is the daughter of the current prophet. I am privy to all the deplorable actions happening in this cult. It is incorrect to say that Cody Brown is out of the cult. But hold on, Kody Joy, because as per your video where you interviewed one of your closest contacts that you mentioned here in your post, who is the daughter of the current prophet, actually confirmed in your interview that Cody is not in the cult.
Cody will not have any problems if he decides to be an active member again in the AUB. If he decides to take more wives, he will not have any problems taking more wives. He will, and there's probably a lot of women that would still love to marry him.
So is he in or is he out? People that disavow the church, the leaders, and polygamy are completely shunned. They are labeled apostates and called wicked and evil. If Cody refuses to disavow his church leaders, he even refers to the AUB as his church to this day. He reveres Owen Allred as a true prophet. Cody refuses to denounce polygamy. Cody refuses to denounce Joseph Smith. Cody believes that he failed at polygamy, but that can be done right. Cody's best friend Kyle Henderson remains in the group. Cody and Kyle would not be friends if he was out. Cody is not labeled as an apostate by the church. He has not been excommunicated and he has not committed any sins that would have him removed as a member. Cody's family in Wyoming serves as the Wyoming branch of the AUB. He remains in regular contact with his brother Scott and many of his family members in Wyoming, including his mom, that are still in the group. The AUB and Cody have an agreement that he will not publicly speak about his church due to not placing the church under scrutiny. Cody remains tied to men that have been directly tied to the AUB. He stood militia. Wow. Cody lies publicly constantly to protect his church. He may not attend regularly, but he's most certainly not out. After reading that, you and Cody sound very alike. Is Cody the face or the poster child for the AUB? Because she starts off with how she knows what goes on with the cult, meaning the AUB, and how she is privy to all the deplorable actions because one of her closest contacts is the daughter of the current prophet. And as I showed you, the daughter of the current prophet confirmed that Cody is not associated with the church. And I hope that these so-called contacts of Katie Joy find out sooner rather than later that Katie Joy, in my opinion, is not that committed to helping these people in this alleged cult that she claims are victims. Rather, she's using them, her sources, for information to get more people to hate on the Browns. And she goes on and she posts, "For your information, I delete comments. That includes false information about the AUB and Cody Brown. I have spent 5 years investigating and reporting on this cult. Cody has lied over and over about this disconnection from the cult. He is still connected, and I've had many members confirm this to me. If he was out, he would be labeled an apostate. He has to this day refused to denounce his church or polygamy, because if he does that, he will be completely shunned by his own family and all of his friends from the group." At the end of the day, Katie Joy cannot handle the backlash she is getting, and what she has done is totally fucked up. Imagine if the roles were reversed. Oh my goodness. She would have been trying to take down the entire YouTube space. She did remove the text between Garrison and his mum from her Facebook page, and she did that with ease, in my opinion, because she doesn't profit from that platform. But she still has it on a YouTube page. All those posts that I did read to you, she has since deleted. But she still has not deleted the sensitive information she has on her platform on YouTube about the text messages and the footage that the family is so upset about. When it comes to James from My Take on Reality on YouTube, in my opinion, she used him as a scapegoat, and no disrespect to him, because Katie Joy cannot handle the backlash and she needed someone to take her frustrations out of, and she chose James, which is totally unacceptable and wrong. She feels that because she is a bigger YouTuber, she can just bully smaller creators. Oh hell no, not on my watch. Not that James needs me to or speak on his behalf, but this is absolutely out of pocket. Have you ever seen a journalist do something like this? Katie Joy is pissed that people are getting in the way of her making money. And the saddest thing about that, and the most disgusting thing, is that she's making money off of a tragedy. She blames not only the parents, Janelle, Kody, she also tries to put blame on one of his siblings. She thinks she found a weak link by going after James. He took a stand for what is right, and I commend him for that. Without a crystal ball is not a good person, and she has shown that for a long time. And I highly suggest you go and watch Nene Marie's video. It will demonstrate to you how Without a Crystal Ball handles life situations and problems. She is messy. And Katie Joy, you owe James from My Take on Reality a huge apology. One more channel I highly suggest you guys go and check out. Southern Mutton is back. She covers all the court documents from Without a Crystal Ball's lawsuit. She breaks it down in layman's terms, and she does such a fantastic job, which I feel is very helpful for someone like me that doesn't really understand much legal jargon. Also, there's another YouTuber named TABITHA Jane who actually goes and attends Without a Crystal Ball's hearings in person in Minnesota, which Katie Joy is not very happy about. I will also leave her link in the description. Now, this is especially for Without a Crystal Ball's staunch followers and flying monkeys that choose to try and drag me because they don't like me telling the truth about their queen or calling her out for her insensitivity. This family has experienced a tragic loss. This is not about Cody and the way he is on the show. He will forever be Garrison's dad. He is grieving his son's loss, and if you think that he is not acting the way you expect him to act, or even how the entire family is acting, when they choose to resume their careers or go on with their lives. We are not privy to what goes on behind closed doors. Find it in yourselves to put yourself in this family's shoes. How would you feel if your parents are being blamed for the loss of a loved one, or that his messages are being shared on a random YouTuber's channel that is not even highly respected and is known for wanting to destroy your family's name? A YouTuber that claims to care, whereas all she is doing is profiting off your entire family, and especially now off his loved one's tragedy. We don't know what they are going through. They are human, just like you and me. They feel lost the same way you and I do. And the only difference might be their beliefs. And who are we to judge, especially during this time where they have lost a loved one? How would any of you feel being judged this way if it were you? Once the show returns and they choose to discuss what happened, that is their choice, their decision. Some can say that they chose to be public and be on a show, and that they are susceptible to criticism. Absolutely, but not to the extent that Without a Crystal Ball has gone, to the point of being petty, picking apart, going after the father of this young man at his son's memorial, mocking him for his hair. At the end of the day, they are parents that tragically lost their son. Whatever you guys have seen on the show, when it comes to Cody or Robin or any of the ex-wives, and you feel they did him wrong in some capacity, that is a cross that they have to bear. And it is not our responsibility or place to judge and make them feel that they the cause of his loss, because it is not true. We will never know why he did what he did, and it will not be helpful to anyone. Thank you guys so much for your time. I appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time. Have a wonderful upcoming week. Please be safe out there. Be kind to one another. And don't forget, make good memories. Bye, guys.